Welcome everyone to episode 4 of the Colombia series. So last episode we were still going through an energy deficit. So we built a few wind turbines that brings us up to 6 terawatts. That's still not going to be enough. So purpose of the wind turbines was something quick, but we need something that's going to produce a lot more energy than just 2 terawatts. So we are going to go with offshore mega wind farm. That's going to give us capacity of 15 terawatts. We just have to find the right position. You may not be able to get the full 15. So let's take a look. That's going to give us 11. So once that's complete, we're going to build another one. And let's take a look at inflation. That's going to be 10.37%. Still going to need some more money. So I'm not going to really be able to do much. So crime is going down by roughly a little over 2%. We still have a long ways to go. Let's do another three. I'm going to do 3 more prisons. Going to take about 2 months. And let's go to industry. Actually, no, let's go to workforce and take a look at that. So the unemployment rate has dropped a little bit, not much. So let's take a look at a couple things. One, I want to see how much lumber. All right, so that is sufficient. And let's take a look at building, housing, and roadway construction. So we produce enough to support our own demand. So that's fine. Um, let's see if we can do a contract to try to bring in a little more money. Um, I'm not really concerned with inflation with doing a contract with the U.S. because it's going to bring in more money, and inflation is going to go up a little bit more before it starts to descend again. Let's see, purchase, no, we're gonna do a sale. Let's do 180. Because the US is always gonna overspend. So let's see how that pans out.
Our services report a new conspiracy theory that is beginning to take hold on social media. You can view the description of this theory and its development on.
Our fiscal performance in the last quarter is poor and shows a deficit, which has forced us to undertake an issuance of debt so that our national and international lenders can take it over.
It must be conceded that there.
Alright, we're not concerned with those two countries at all. Let's see. Let's go to taxes and see what we can do. Alright, so if I bump this up to 6, how much? Alright, so that's going to give me 1 billion. Let's go with in. So we'll add that. That's 66%. Employer, let's see, drop that. That to, so we'll add that. And let's go to energy. Fuel. Actually, no, that's the wrong thing that I'm in. Let's drop this to 19. Reduce the gas tax. Alright, so that's going to give us 69%. Tourists entering the country, we're going to bump that up to 17. Let's check. Alright, so that has 82% support. So that brings us up to 73. Do I want to touch the company tax? Alright, so that's 70% support. Now we'll wait. I don't want to be, I don't want to go too far. That's not a consideration. About the carbon tax, yeah, I can just make that a in 10 at 74%. All right, so we'll let that go through.
You are giving our.
All right, so what are they offering us? So that's going to be 5.2 billion. Let's try with 150. Let's negotiate that. And farming. Actually, completely forgot we can sell coffee. So let's go and look at consumption. Who consumes the most? And it looks like it's Taiwan. Taiwan is actually above the US. So, let's see. Taiwan friendly towards us? Yes, they are. So, I'm going to try to meet with them. $30. You know what? We'll go ahead and accept that.
I think you're doing a good job.
Right, and let's go to this, and we're going to subsidize by 2 million.
This person is at risk of a scandal.
All right, so let's check inflation. So it's starting to get ready to level out. Let's go to housing, and we are going to rehabilitate 1,000 homes. All right, let's just go and give them 315. That's it.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an excellent figure. Our economy is flourishing, our production increases.
That's a little too high, but I'm not going to get worried because that's going to level out also. All right, so we reduced the deficit by a little over 2%. Our budget deficit went from 23 billion down to 17 billion. But our national debt has gone up. So, see what we
The
can
intervention encountered a series of insurmountable humiliations, leading the causal development towards one of the most beautiful fiascos of my career. Not only did the team fail, what's more, there were leaks. So the chances are that some smart guy will manage to follow the chain of command up to us.
Alright, let's go to... Alright, so see, unemployment is dropping. That's good. Let's see... So I'm giving them 54% salary. 20 months is way too much. Let's see... Alright, so that's going to be a little too much at once. Let's go with that. It has 71% approval. "38 months is way too long. And we're not going to get any support for that. Alright, so healthcare. Reduce that, but unfortunately life expectancy down. Alright, let's Let's see how much. Let's go with C. Alright, so we'll leave it at that.
Huh, that's not to be turned down.
That's right. I wanted to sell them coffee. Right, so just price 4.9. Let's try this. Alright, so that's going to bring us in 1.8 billion.
Sure.
Alright, so let's check those contracts. Not very profitable. Insignificant. Alright, so this will reduce unemployment, so some good coming out of that. And let's check the other one. Alright, sales good. Moderate impact on employment. Get good profits off of that. But it's not good enough to strengthen the economy. So, still keep that.
You're really peachy keen.
So, what are we dealing with? And alright, so let's check on how much longer do we have. Alright, so it's going to be a while. Let's make sure we're not overusing. Alright, so we still have 5 terawatts that we can use. Consumption is 47 terawatts. We can use up to 2. So let's try not to go over that. And let's go back to prime rate. Alright, so that's doing a lot better. down to
The bill has been voted on
19.97% for
and the
crime.
law has been passed.
Alright, so our Inflation Reduction Act just got passed. So we'll see how that affects the economy.
The vote was held and the reform was adopted.
Alright, so we increase purchasing power, employment, finances. Let's go to debt. Alright, let's double check energy again. Alright, still at 5 terawatts. Alright, so year of carbon neutrality. Let's drop that down some. Alright, so we got unemployment down to 10.85. Growth is still way too high. And alright, inflation is starting to slow down a little. So I can't really do any more contracts for a while. Favorable.
This theory is spreading and attracting new followers.
Alright, so let's go ahead and adjust that. Yeah, let's do a campaign to stop all of this. We don't give money to terrorists.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation.
Go ahead and do that. Alright, so let's check debt again. Alright, still no real difference. Alright, so at this time we only have one highway. Alright, so electric surplus dropped down to 4 terawatts. Let's go back and see how much time we have before this is completed. Have roughly another 66 days. So can't really do too much. let's go to research. Definitely going to need more energy. So I'm going to invest 2 stars, which is going to be 46 million. All right, so let's see. How much do we need to do for... All right, cold fusion, 2033. So that's take too long. Really want to get to nuclear energy. Okay, so sabotage was fine. Let's go back to unemployment. All right, so crime is steadily going down. Still, right, national consumption is 48 terawatts. Let's see how much we have left. All right. All right, so let's go with 500 homes. So if I do no regulations, that's only going to be a $1 billion, $1 million difference. No, we're not going to eliminate the head of state. Nope, we're not giving money to terrorists either.
Your commitment.
Alright, so let's see how many more days do we have. Alright, so we're at 75. Let's see. Aluminum. But in order for aluminum, we're going to need bauxite. So is this water supply networks that we... Alright, so how about we exonerate that sector? And let's do the same for aluminum. Let's take a look at that. So we're gonna... No, wrong one. I hate when it glitches out like that. Alright, so let me just close that up. So aluminum. Exonerate that.
The preparations are complete. The whole country is...
Alright, so conscripts. 285,000. So if we get rid of national service, that's going to bring 1.3 billion into the economy. how much is it going to be to... Alright, so we want cruiser, solar. So that's going to cost us $2 billion. $179 7.
Our services
Alright, so are we done yet? Alright, so we have another 24 days to go.
According to their analysis, our services believe that this conspiracy theory no longer interests the...
Alright, so let's go ahead and do another offshore wind farm.
With your unemployment rate, you can't keep procrastinating with half measures. I am asking you to make radical, rapid changes.
Here are the GDP and growth figures for the last year. As you know, these are the most important economic indicators and the most revealing of the health of our...
Alright, again, unemployment. Alright, so that's down to 9.1%. Let's look at inflation. That hit 14.22% and it's starting to level out. Oh, we're not giving money to terrorists.
This theory is undeniably gaining popularity on social media.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's try to counter that.
Although your economy is among the healthy...
Alright, deficit has risen to 7.05%. Employment's down to 9%. Alright, seniors in danger. Gonna have to try to deal with that the next episode.
Our governmental cell informs me that
You are giving our...
I must confess to you that the current level of our budget deficit is not at all...
You've changed...
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very good figure.
Alright, so growth has dropped. And we really needed that. Inflation's going back up. It's because I'm building another wind farm. But that should slow down once this one is built. And we have 3 terawatts left. So things should start to get a little better once the first wind farm is completed. Then we may start building more oil wells. So I can build 2 more in this region. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode. So you guys can click on the like. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you soon.